Yes, Henry, that is indeed absolutely epic. And we have, hopefully, an absolutely epic portion of matches here for the North America part of the show. Here for ECS Season 7. I'm DDK, of course. Got no James Bardolph, no Henry G here today, but we do have myself and Bez.
Pleasure to be here.
Not sure really what happened to James, and I think it's kind of nice, kind of refreshing. I mean, we don't have...
Here, we don't need him all the time, right? You sit back and watch for once.
Yeah, it's just we're not obstructed by the James Bardolph show, which is, we call it the ECS show, but we all know really what it is. Yeah, let's check out the format. Of course, for those of you that are new to ECS and you know what it's about, obviously we have mixed things up, and we have actually had a couple of weeks of break before. We had the first 2 weeks of play, so maybe you've even forgotten. So we have ourselves a system whereby in the first 3 weeks, if you win, then you get to go to ECS finals. As simple as that. You go for a single elimination bracket, playing best of threes. So it's it's pretty high integrity for the competition there. The best team absolutely is going to be ahead on the day, and you get to qualify, and that's lovely. However, after the first 3 weeks, it's going to be decided by money. So the placements is going to give you a monetary reward, and that can, of course, build up over the weeks. So even if you won one of those teams that won in the first 3 weeks and you qualified, you didn't qualify, you're still able to qualify through having the most monies. You can see some of the teams there that are participating here today, and that moves us nicely into checking out the brackets. And you can see Furia and Space Station right at the top. I think Furia, they've surprised us nicely. Luminosity, well, we'll get into that later. INTZ and ATK. Don't know too much about ATK. INTZ, another Brazilian team. It's they're an interesting one. I'm not sure where to put them just yet. I don't think I've seen enough. Cloud9 right at the bottom, and Bad News Bears.
Yeah, they're Bad News Bears' tag is the Bears. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with me, or they're just kind of trolling me. I feel a little bad because one time on Tenz's stream, I just hopped on and one night and said, hey, how much Adderall you're on? So, apologize to Tenz for that. Move on. We can become better people. Stop being toxic, everybody.
And we can move on and check out the schedule as to what the games we will be covering on stream today. So first best 3 will be Singularity versus Luminosity, and that'll be quite an interesting one. INTZ versus ATK to follow that one up.
Or Ints?
I've been saying INTZ. I don't know if it's supposed to be Ints. I think INTZ is safe bet. Yeah, okay. We're getting the confirmation INTZ. Or INTZ, I suppose, if you're in North America after all. But yeah, so of course, if you guys want to join in the conversation, if you want to get involved, you can always send us some tweets at ECS and with the hashtag ECS7. Can't believe we've had 7 seasons of ECS already. It's been a long while.
Guys.
Had the Faceit League before that. Yeah. Moved around. We had studios all over the place. We've had studios in basements. We've had studios in tiny little box rooms.
You guys have come a long way here. You guys in Santa Monica now. You guys have a little studio. You have lights.
Yeah,
That's great.
Last time,
Cameras?
the first 2 seasons, we're in like this huge kind of professional sports broadcasting studio. We had loads of FIFA or whatever. I don't know, some kind of football stuff going on there. There's football celebrities just walking in and out. It was
and you
quite
thought you
strange.
made it that time, right? But you guys realized you had still a long ways to go.
We did. The time zones weren't very favorable. Honestly, broadcasting Europe and North America, it was difficult to say the least. But we won't get into that. We'll check out the ticket sales as well. We have to remind you of that, of course, with teams qualifying every week. Get yourselves down to Wembley, buy yourselves some tickets. That is the home of ECS after all, and we have a bunch of rowdy British fans that they're ready to greet you. So you're going to make a bunch of friends. Always a good time, good bonding experience to find others who have the same passions as you, and you can throw down with them. It's going to be a good time. Have you been to Wembley?
No, but I've been to London. I don't know how far away that is or where in comparison it is, but I've been to London, and I like the UK. It's pretty nice. People are friendly. I think I went around the time where nighttime didn't get night until like 10 p.m. or something like that. I think it was during late fall. The London qualifiers last fall. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So
I think it's a beautiful city. I think it's an amazing city, and definitely a bunch of tourism options for you if you've not been before. But moving things forwards, we should start talking about the match, Mr. De Beers. And so obviously,
a couple teams that you might not know of here, or at least some players. Singularity, probably one of them. They're more of an up-and-coming team. They've had some roster changes in the last 6 months, but 2 notable players that, in my opinion, Floppy He's been around, I guess, in the semi-pro scene for many seasons, and he's an up-and-comer. He's been pretty active, and it's pretty awesome. And maybe a player that you might not know of, OC. Now, he used to come to Esports Arena tournaments, and he's a very interesting opera. I thought he had a lot of potential and talent. He's one of those sliver operas. You know, he's like holding a corner. He's gonna aim right in that crack and try to pick off, fallback kind of thing. So watch out for that. But as we see the map picks here, between the two, there's Mirage, Overpass, and Inferno.
Yes, yeah, very interesting. I think for me, I don't really know what to expect from Singularity. Obviously, you have a bit more experience with some of the players. I don't know if you have experience with the team as a unit.
Not lately. They've been kind of going through some roster changes. A lot of NA teams have been going through roster changes last 6 months. So people have been popping around and changing up. So it's good to see what they're capable of now. And I just want to see how they stack up against this team here.
Well, as far as the predictions go, for me, I have to go against Luminosity because they've disappointed me way too many times in the past, and I just can't do it anymore. So I'm going Singularity. They've got a cool name as well. How about yourselves?
Oof. I want to go with Singularity. I feel like that they have the potential. They have they can win. They can beat them, but I don't know. If Luminosity comes to them, are they cocky? Are they confident? Are they like, who are these guys? Is Hen1 going to just be running around opping? Is he on his on game or off game? So, I still have to go with LG and just see kind of. I think they're still the stronger team overall.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Name value. There's a lot of name value on the team, a lot of experience on the team, but they just don't deliver anywhere close to what that should really represent.
Very inconsistent. I don't know if that has to do with they seem a very loud personality team, except for maybe like Bolts or whatever. But everyone else is like loud. They're trying to get loud, get crazy, and I don't know. It's just sometimes that can backfire. It could do well for you, or it could backfire. Like they could beat MIBR 2-0 the next week, just kind of crap the bed and. Well,
let's see where Sliggy stands. Where do you stand, Sliggy? Where are you at?
I'm gonna go with Luminosity.
He's got Luminosity.
I don't know enough about Singularity.
Okay, so
right.
I think James Bardoff will be with me in this one.
Yeah,
James
Bardoff.
I think he's
definitely
be
a Singularity kind of guy. He's a big fan of Floppy.
So that's gonna be an interesting one. Again, there's just so much that's not known about this. I think as we were starting to sort of dip into with regards to Luminosity, one of the things that's also been difficult for me is that they seem to lean way too hard onto individual ability, and they don't seem to have that strategic and tactical structure that represents kind of like what top Counter-Strike kind of looks like. And so that gives that inconsistency, and that gives more focus on, is Henny hot or cold? That shouldn't matter as much if you have a really solid team. That variance is mitigated massively by just having good structure, and it keeps everyone on a more even keel as well. You feel less pressure on yourself because you can believe in the system, and you can expect to perform around it. So we're gonna check out the fan predictions, see where they stand. Are they with me? They're probably against me. Yeah, indeed. We're gonna see 73% for Luminosity. And I think there's some potential here. I think there's some real potential for some upset material. And if you think there are as well, you can head over to pinnacle.com. Check out Pinnacle. They are, of course, the betting sponsor here for ECS in Season 7. And you can see there are the Pinnacle odds. So you can see might be some decent odds to jump on top of if my gut feeling's right, but it's not always right.
It's not always right. I mean, that's the beauty of this game. People on a professional level can possibly beat any other team. That's how it works on the pro level, and don't sleep on Singularity. I mean, I said they as you said, they have potential upset like power, and I think they can do it. It's just depending on Luminosity. Are they going to be confident, cocky, let's just peek everything and outshoot them, or can Singularity take them early, kind of like punch them in the face so they can slow down and make, okay, we got to play for real here.
I mean, we're in this era of Counter-Strike where you just don't know. You just don't know because there's so many hardworking teams and players. The general culture, I think, is leaning way more towards that than it used to be in North America, especially. It used to be this horrible problem we would have in North America where we had so much pressure on the region. It's like, why isn't it producing good teams and players? Like, why are the teams so sloppy? Why is there this mentality that's more arrogant and more about flashiness and stats as opposed to anything else? And I think through teams like Liquid coming along, Cloud9, NYBR or SK back in the day, we're seeing that culture change, and now we've got some really interesting and strong teams like Complexity, NRG, and so on. But anyway, enough about that. We are into the match here. Mirage to start things off. First Mirage of the day. I believe that is a smoke for the window on the B-bomb site. So let's see if this B attack is going to work out.
Ooh, Floppy, though, is going to get in this position. Corner, Hydrex. If he does a good job of baiting Luminosity, this could be a big round for Floppy. And here comes some flashes. Here comes the shots. Floppy was the first kill and second. But Nekis reverses 2 kills of his own. But OC gets the 3rd kill. And now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Chaos is everywhere. But the bomb is down. They need to get the bomb plant. Singularity trying to push up and take pressure, but Bolts taking out OC in the process. And they're right next to each other, bobbing and weaving left and right. Who's going to win this one, Dan?
This is a slobber knocker, and Henny's found himself a much better angle there, surprising his opponent, and I really felt like Singularity were going to pick that one up. They had a good start to it, but the Chaos, you know, you never know. When the dust settles, who will be standing on top of the pile of bodies, but this time it will be Luminosity. And so, oh, Shake Solo has gone for him. He's gone for an armor and a deagle. So we will see a force buy coming into play, and indeed, more and more teams going for this.
Yeah,
and I do like it.
It's a lot more on the European side, but you're starting to see that people are starting to buy a lot more on the second round because of, you know, trying to get more utility on their first gun round and maybe AWPs and all that kind of stuff. Scout can be possible. Good OC at Ticket. They spot a whole bunch coming up Con. Ooh, finally getting shot from OC.
You gotta be real careful as well. There's scout shots, you know, getting tagged up. Then, oh, another headshot coming in. This is beautiful work with this scout. But yeah, these, even the tags are really impactful. No more tags, but the headshots come in. Ryan with a double. And now it's down to Lucas. And this has been something that has plagued Luminosity in the past and perhaps in the present as well, from what I have seen. Struggling on rounds where you should have those drills and protocols to help guide you through to safety, to weather those stormy seas. But instead, the ship looks like it's about to capsize as Lucas moves through jungle. And he has he has no idea where they are. The bomb's down on the ground. Does find himself a fast one, but there is the trade. Oh, that almost got pretty awkward.
That was close.
But there you go.
Very interesting anti-eco from Luminosity. They went middle to connector, and then they went in A site with 0 nades, it seemed like. I don't think I mean, they probably tossed a couple flashes, but again, not many smokes or anything, and kind of, they ran into a choke point where they could get easily split and cross-hide by Singularity, because you had some people push A ramp, you had a couple on, or OC on Ticket with the scout, and so it kind of made Luminosity look back and forth, and really put him in the sour spot. I think routing-wise, I think it'd be better if, you know, if they're not going to throw smokes, if not going to clear every spot, maybe go through window to, you know, back to middle, or at least slow it down after that point instead of trying to force that kind of choke point.
And I see it so often that people tunnel vision when there's a connector attack like that. People very much tunnel vision on the Ticket player, and then they're so open to the bomb site, and it just, you know, the communication falls apart.
Yeah, Luminosity had 0 people at A ramp or halls to kind of backstab the CTs in the process. So
let's see if they can get something done here. Single AK, they will force, because they're force buying back, and he dropped it. There will be on the deagle, and no Kevlar, and there's 2 smokes. So where would those go? Guess we are about to find out. Quick flashbang up top. See what Floppy can find. Nothing just yet. And I'm liking the energy from Singularity so far, even though this has been a slower round as Luminosity creep forwards. But at the same time, Singularity are not allowing themselves to get picked off on the site. They know that they'll be strong in a retake because they have the nades. They've got better weaponry. When the smokes are gone, they should have the advantages. But that said, great headshot does come in from Henny. Floppy, though, needs to do more damage, and he's going to do that as he finds himself too. But I'll have to see if that's going to be good enough, because Shake Solo will come in on the flank. It seems like it might be good enough because there's so much time has been bought here. Should be a double here with this MP9. Even at the range, it's so strong. And Bolts now, he is in a horrible spot. Ooh. Shake Solo finishes it off. It's a close one, but they do win the rounds.
And good job by Singularity, especially Shake on that flank. If LG kind of went and planned right away, the flank kind of would have been late. But luckily for Singularity, after Luminosity took A, they slowed down their way. They tried to see if Singularity would re-peek or retake the bomb site before the plant, and because of that timing, the flank works out really, really well. Indeed.
This is almost a 3rd kill, actually.
Almost.
Very close. I can see Shakespeare just thinking for a second there. Maybe do I shoot the guy applying the bomb actually first? But I think overall it works out really well.
MP9 got some range if you burst it. It does.
It's ridiculous. Even the Mach 10. Yeah. It's like if you know like how to use it, it can be kind of ridiculous. But we'll see a force. Is this another force buy from Luminosity? It looks like it is actually.
It's gonna be a smoke execute. They have 4 smokes.
Oh, not quite.
Probably get right, get left window, and.
Is that pillar?
Door? Oh no, maybe that's a different window smoke.
I still on the pillar smoke. Either way, they'll go in with it, and Hydrex will be waiting with the orc. Flames will be there as well, so this is looking rather good. They aren't even able to escape the apartments here. They are locked in. They're caged in. The key's been thrown away, and there's no way out.
Look at how many people are just around every corner. No way Luminosity is going to win this round. Lucas, he does have the bomb, but not that much. He does get the headshot OC, but it doesn't matter. He's dead.
He died. That's a 3-1 in the bag, and the AKs can come back out again. See a Galil for Bolt so he can get some utility. Get that smoke, get that HE. And they will be lights, very light on utility. There's only a single flashbang, which is actually kind of a problem. We'll have to see how that's going to play out, but you have to ask yourself the question, what are the options when your utility is like this? You can't really play a slow round with utility and play map control around middle. You just don't have the steam volleys, you don't have the flashbangs.
I think the idea, which LG is even showing right now, is probably going to do an underpass to window play, possibly even work the connector this way. I mean, as you said, it's harder to do slower strats with such low utility, but they can time it. Oh, look at Ryan and Floppy, they push. So this is going to be very bad for Luminosity. Singularity is going to know that they're in middle, except for OC getting caught off guard. That's unfortunate.
That is very cheeky, and you can see because Ryan's pushed here, we're not expecting that. Did he go push through the palace or something?
A ramp.
For A ramp, okay.
A ramp, and then Bolts went palace. So it's just a terrible timing, or unlucky timing, I guess. And just like that, Singularity just has to. They feel like they have to have a play, and so they're over peaking the spot that probably shouldn't be peaking.
Oof. If those were 2 connections, there's actually a chance. And it looked really close, but indeed, you're right. The timing was not the best, and Bolt's going for that palace peak is very, very risky. But sometimes that just works out, and it's especially risky because Luminosity, I don't think they had a lot of tabs on middle at that point, or were they actually?
They were. I think they sent a couple underpass, but they smoked window and smoked con, I believe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it was a CT smoke or T smoke, but it forced Singularity to kind of focus a little bit on middle.
So pull away
since 2 of the players from Singularity pushed a ramp, this made OC kind of feel like, oh, there's probably no way that there's one person halls, which Bolts was.
Yeah.
And oh, Shakes Hill's getting spammed. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, kind of a misplay, I think, by OC. You had 2 of your teammates push ramp, and obviously it's still 5-on-5. You can't be that exposed without someone covering your halls, at least until it's cleared out.
Yeah, and I like it though from Luminosity. As you say, like that pressure on middle, pulling away the stairs player, really giving Bolts his best chance that he's in a 1v1 there.
Yeah, so it's that timing window where you toss smokes and everyone just kind of looks for a couple seconds towards the smokes, and he peeked it and popped it.
We have a play down underpass there for Shake. So with the Mag 7. So very unreliable. I wouldn't even like it at this range as far as the reliability goes.
It does 50 damage for the headshot.
Yeah, it's not a great gun. Just trying to get some damage in from this eco, but not really finding much.
Not at all. And
oh, this could be a kill though. Here we go.
Oh, but Lucas, he's not going to fall for it. He's going to take the long way. The bomb's not there. No reason to give up more guns or armor. Shots are being taken by Ryan at the bench. He does connect too, but so does Lucas. Get the headshot through the wall and running. There we go. Oh. But that's some damage, all right? You waste Molotov, you get some kills.
You got 3 kills.
Obviously, you want to have the gun, but you got to chip away at the old block.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's one of those things too. Well, if you're Lucas, the value there of killing that player on the bench who only hits saving at Eagle is zero.
It's zero.
The best you can get is maybe $300 out of that. He's buying anyway next round, and you stand to lose like $4,000 of equipment. So it's
like little things like that could add up in a close match.
Yeah, there's literally no reason to face that. But anyway, it's going to be an A set piece. It looks like, and Singularity.
Is that a botch window smoke, or
they might be out of position for this? It is, yeah.
Oh, so the common smoke that everyone tosses, where I guess I call it the Astralis smoke, where you sit next to the like kind of bin and toss it up, you know, like you
it goes to top mids.
You can block that with your body easily in window. That's like one of the only window smokes you can block with your body. So people know that, and they know you throw that smoke, it's easily blocked.
All right, well, we'll get the quick push into the bomb site, and it's mostly being given up by Singularity as they hold back in their positions, waiting for the smokes to go away. You've got to be really careful not to go down before the smokes have gone away, though, as it's pretty free for the T's to spray through in most spots. So you can see the smokes are now gone as retake smokes, retake flashes and incendiaries, and there's a headshot to boot. OC kicks things off well. The bomb is getting fairly ticked at this point. I think start to speed things up here. Nice push onto Tetris. Got to follow up. OC doing good damage with that AWP, but can they stop Steel from preventing them getting that defuse? Looks like they can, just in the nick of time.
I'm surprised how much utility Singularity had at the end of that retake. They had like 4 smokes and 3 Molotovs, which is kind of rare at that late in the stage of the round, where the bomb's planted, they're in post plants. It's just nice patience, nice retake by Singularity.
Yeah, OC did some good work. That first shot in particular, because as it was a flick shot, was pretty good stuff. See now him looking over middle position. I think that's actually just jumped in the nick of time there. Ryan, will you get flashed out here? Is there a play to be made? There it is. Flash comes in, looking for all the frags there in middle. The trade comes out as well. Beautiful stuff. 4 versus 2 immediately. Lucas trying to speed things up here to see if he can trade somebody, but I don't think there's anybody here to trade.
That flash is not going to do anything. But nice mid peek by Singularity. They try to make a play early. I know Luminosity is trying to peek a lot towards, or at least try to take over middle here and there. So they took advantage of, I guess, the default by Luminosity. But hopefully they don't go into that problem where they feel like they have to make a play every single round.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's great mid-aggression. And you have to throw those in every so often, keep the T's on their toes, and the mind games, that's something, where you can really begin those mind games, because if it's something that Singularity show that they have strength in doing, consistency, they've got good setups, good, use of utility and timings, then maybe Luminosity want to start hitting those extremities more quickly to abuse that. Trying to get out fast there. Connector is actually go for some kills. This is going to be a bomb plot, I think. This is a problem here for Singularity. This round is... And he's got an AWP as well. This is not good.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, this is not good.
Where's the comms? Oh, we got a flank here from Shakezilla, but Lucas is going to learn from past mistakes. You're not flanking twice in one game. Floppy here, 1-3, and a poor comm by Singularity OC should probably tell your teammates, hey, they probably have an AWP, don't peek up angles like Hydrix did on that catwalk.
Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. And it was, look at what it's done to the economy here for Singularity. They weren't really in a position to lose that round. They should not really have ever been losing that round. And as you say, obviously it happens in CSGO for sure, but don't want to make too big of a deal on that. And there we go, fast approach through. Oh, well, there's a lot of people there in connector for Singularity to try to attack the back of Luminosity as they go towards that B bomb site. And they're getting some damage done here. I think they realized that Bolts is likely in the window though. They heard the vent get popped, and they're gonna hear the stepping. And there you go, gun to be collected, I think. Or maybe not, Steel's there on the case. But in comes Shakezilla, boom, straight to the back of the head. And they've got an AWP, they've got an AK-47. And this is just a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but without a kit, they're going to have to rush pretty quickly here. Nekiz is going to spot at least 2 while taking out 1. Shakezilla, though, kills Nekiz. And now Lucas in a 1-2 situation. Oh, taking out Floppy there. And now he's playing the bomb. Lucas knows he probably doesn't have a kit. Doesn't have a hope.
Shakezilla did some sick damage in that round with the Deagle.
Expensive round, though, for Luminosity, even though they won the round. This, you know, puts a little hope in Singularity. Like, hey, they probably a little low on money after this round, which is not really. I mean, Luminosity has some money. They can possibly buy again next round if they get the bomb down.
Oh, we lost one. So this looks pretty close so far. Again, I'm liking how scrappy Singularity can be.
Yeah.
In a good way. And you know, Luminosity, again, one of the things about this, any matchup with Luminosity is they're a pretty big brand and they have a lot of names, you know. They've got a lot of name value. Got Henny's, like, was, you know, proclaimed perhaps one of the best AWPers outside of, you know, the MIBR team, which obviously has, you know, has people like Fallen in it. So it's a pretty lofty title, and there's a lot of competition out there. But you know, Henny was one of those players for the longest time. You know, he was on Immortals forever. You know, we saw that play out, you know, years ago. I think as far back as what, 2016 or something. I think he first started appearing 3 years ago, and you know. We've seen Steel get recycled through various lineups as well. He even made a brief appearance on Team Liquid, which he left, and he left because he said, you know, it just didn't fit. I don't know if it was a cultural thing or what exactly it was, but he sort of left of his own volition. And also, you know, Nekiz, he's been around in the top Brazilian scene for ages. Bolts, of course. I think Bolts. I think he lost his mojo a bit when he went to MIBR, you know. I feel like he just didn't really quite fit. I think on the previous iteration of Immortals, he looked pretty darn good. Yeah. And before that point as well. Even actually, he was on that original Kaboom TD lineup, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. But it felt like when he was with MIBR, they kind of put him in the taco role a little bit, you know, kind of fit him in the system. But it's not really his strength and play style. He's more of, let me just kind of hold down the fort, be second man. He's really strong, like second or third person in, because he has really good aim. He's pretty consistent. So when you put him in a role where he's kind of off by himself all the time, you can't really utilize him to his full potential, like maybe on a Luminosity or something.
Well, I think we have a bathroom break situation going on, so we'll wait that one out. Hopefully it's...
Never mind.
Yeah, that's where I was about to go.
Just that one right there. Not long, so it should be just really short though. But it was actually pretty interesting point, like how scrappy Singularity is, and we watched earlier from today in the EU matches. You know, VP trying to bring that same kind of scrappy, let's make plays every single round, but as we saw VP, like one of the things that was their problem, which hopefully we don't see from Singularity, is that they're trying to make plays every single round. And so it becomes a little predictable, a little transparent. Like, oh, there's a bunch of nades coming over the wall. Watch for them to peek. So they kind of, hopefully Singularity can able to change the gears, able to play a passive game, maybe let Luminosity execute without completely giving up the bomb site, like we've seen like 1 or 2 times already on this map.
Well, quick smoke top mid there, as often can be seen, to cover the cross, keep the CTs guessing. We have this 2-man setup in connector again from Singularity. I actually like this quite a lot. I think, at least if you're playing lots of pugs, I like this setup.
Yeah, it feels like a very anti-pugging setup. And Luminosity, I feel like they're probably a little more puggy than the normal teams. So far, it's worked a couple rounds for them.
It's cool because it gives you options to sort of burst out and find timings. Oh, Shakezilla's attracting some attention here.
Oh, they missed the Molotov.
It's holding his ground though. There's a resmoke. Slow things down. And he doesn't need to do anything, but they know what's going on now. They spot the bomb. They know they're going for the B split. But will the plans be changed? Oh, that's a huge kill.
He got timed with that nade in his hand.
OC, oh god, he's made some steps. He's got to be really careful here. And he's looking for him. Ooh, that is nice. I don't think he was expecting a player to be there. That was a fantastic reaction, really fast. And what an important kill, because now he can take a position to scope in towards Catwalk. That's going to be very hard to deal with. And
Lucas getting just time right there in that situation. Hen 1.
oh,
He does get the bomb, though. So I don't know if the CTs know where the bomb's at, so Hen 1 could literally go to any bomb site, probably, and there'll be a one-on-one situation, as you see on the minimap.
yeah, and you can see OC was looking towards CT, so he's even afraid that he could have gone through ladder room, dropped into window to backstab.
Oh, look at this play by Ryan. Great reposition in the halls. That is unexpected. Usually, as you saw, Hen 1 looking towards the market because naturally CTs would try to play closer together, maybe back off a little bit in case they go away, they have to rotate. But Ryan smartly positioned themselves in the halls, kind of like that odd spot where you least expect a CT in that situation, and in that case, it's the halls.
Yeah, definitely, and it's worked out pretty nicely for them. The money's a bit stretched here for Luminosity, so it looks like they'll go for an A set piece. And you got all the smokes there, CT, you got jungle, you got stairs, all the usuals.
But no Molotovs, or only one Molotov to really hold down the fort, but Singularity don't know this, so they have to respect the take, they have to play it back, and again, they're playing retake again, so this could work out in their favor as they do, as Ryan does get 1 kill and really puts 10 HP on Nekis.
Yeah, he's done a really good job there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Doesn't get a repeat before he goes down. And they have a lot of utility. They've got flashes, incendiary smokes. They're taking too much time for sure.
So waiting for that. Teammates get in position. Nice flashes from Singularity. Oh my goodness, they are so blind. Look at that retake. Bolts is in the fire spot. He's trapped now, but he does get the 2 kills, but it's not enough. It's not enough, and great retake again. It's a little stressful watching it. I'm sure it's stressful playing it, just seeing 5 people live versus 5 people bombed down. Whew, stress.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things where they just were taking some time to communicate, which I prefer. I prefer that, if it's the case that they're taking 5 extra seconds and being 5 seconds faster just because they're communicating. And I think that must be the case with the flashbangs. We saw the deep incendiary as well coming towards Ticket.
Yeah.
On top of that, so that was really cool.
Yeah, great job, Singularity. Again, holding on to their utility until the retake. That's not easy to do, especially against, you're playing a team like Luminosity. You want to feel like you have to Molotov or smoke something here and there. But good game plan by Singularity. Luminosity trying to change it up just a little bit, sending a whole bunch of people underpass. But Shake's not going to get fooled.
I love this flash.
And there goes your eyes. Didn't work for Nekis. 1D Shakes in the window. But Luminosity, they're not going to go too aggressive and play it patiently and back off.
Was the gun rescued? I don't think it was, right?
I don't think so.
Got to be careful with these plays sometimes, but it looks like it's going to work out. Right in with the HE out of nowhere. Ruka's pushed forward there. Another D coming in. But that's all he'll be good for. 8-5, Singularity looking like they're stabilizing, but they've got one more test here to truly stabilize, and that's to defeat this next gun round of Luminosity. And they'll be spending absolutely everything. And to get the bomb down, they'll likely have just shy of enough to get another 4 buy-in, so for their final round. So Luminosity really need a bomb plant, if nothing else. Obviously winning the round is the best thing, but if they don't, they need that bomb down so they can
Consolation prize, get the bomb down.
Yeah.
And 1 already got to the middle, but he only has an AK, so... Oh, this might catch Singularity off guard here, and he does. Hen 1 takes out Flop. He's trying to sneak up the middle. And now Luminosity is going to be smoking out window, taking control of this middle as Lucas. Try to pick off A, but Ryan's too smart. He knows what's up. And then Flash, they got the bomb. And no, at least a majority of Luminosity are in the middle.
Yeah. Interesting stuff here. They do throw the smoke from mid to connector. And I don't know if that's going to help or hinder them. They have to push through it now as they make their way towards the bomb. It's just on OC. He's been pretty solid here. This is that flick shot. The bomb's still down. He knows it. He's got to be careful, though. The flank could be a foot. It isn't, but he doesn't know that. So many options and possibilities to consider. And there it is now. He has to check for the flank. It's a really rough spot, but the bomb is down. There goes the smoke, though. Oh my god. Still looking to get the jump on him, and he's going to do just that. And that'll be the 6th round for Luminosity. So where's the money at for Singularity? They're not in a great spot here.
It's kind of a blunder there. What happened? Singularity kind of came up in the round early with a couple kills, and then you see Shakezilla trying to jump through the window smoke or something in middle. And, I mean, you don't really need to do that. You got the bomb in A. You got 2 kills in A. So, and you know that there's smokes and people in middle. There's no reason to force that fight at that moment. And it cost him the round. Like, it's a huge mistake.
That's definitely a tough one, isn't it? Here goes Shakezilla. Oh, hello. That's CZ action.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful work with the 5-7, I should say. And, well, his pistol work has been really nice so far for Singularity, and it might just turn this on its head. Luminosity definitely desperate to make a play. Here, they can't mess around. They don't have time. Oh, no. It's got even worse. And there's still CTs lingering all over the place.
Ooh.
That's some information.
Now Luminosity, you have to try to make something happen. Hand 1. Oh my goodness, almost getting one, but being taken out. Let's see, he can exchange on that.
I know exactly where he is. That's a big problem. Oh, this could be good though. Almost, but not quite. 9-6, not bad for Singularity. They turned that one around. Floppy, 18-9. What a performance from him. We'll have to see if they can keep these performances up. Singularity, they lead at the end of the first half, but will they finish that way? We'll find out after the break.
If you're coming at my head though, fuck sexual innuendos. At the door like I'm coming for the rent. No man's not running like I've got no legs. No me, I'll bring it to you first. Not a coroner, but I bring it to your hearse. Man are on full, man I put you in the dirt. Man plotting on the best, and I bring it to your worst. Always had a comeback, no banter. I'm known as a serial ranter. Means I don't hold back, nothing. Put hands up. My emotions might lead me to snap up, wrap up something. No gift, not Santa. Do you know where you're from? Don't matter. Anyone can be food, no platter. Have you wet man, let the thing splatter. Try no man, don't play that, don't play that. Been like that since way back. Man roll around and spray that. Man miss you, let's spray that. Yo, man pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust doors, no need for a key though. Man I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Man I take aim, no free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Man pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust doors, no need for a key though. Man I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Man I take aim, no free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming, don't put it out. Get a pun, but I mean no shaking out. Meaning if it's on, then it's on, stay looking out. On-site gas, so it's fire, no cooking out. Run, you insane, no bolting. Book for the wall, you're coping. You're a pump, only right, you're soaking. Not off the loud, brother, ain't smoking. Don't know what you're chat for. Why you front, have you running for the back door? Man took offense, why you thinking there's a tap for? Man, I leave more holes in you than a crack hole, too raw. That's how the beef come. Know it well, and that's how the beef done. There's no rules, though, that's how the street run. Man, I get light, see sun, like the week done. Try no man, don't play that. Been like that since way back. Man roll around and spray that. Man miss you, let's spray that. Try no man, don't play that. Been like that since way back. Man roll around and spray that. Man miss you, let's spray that. Yo, man pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust doors, no need for a key though. Man I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Bustin' if you're coming at me though. Man I take aim, no free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me though. Man pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust doors, no need for a key though. Man I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No man I bustin' if you're coming at me.
All right, we're back. It's time to get into it. Singularity, they had a great finish to the first half, and It wasn't without a fight, a solid fight from Luminosity though, and I feel like this one really is anyone's to pick up. We have not yet seen the Singularity T side, so here it goes. Well, there it goes. HE in the apartments is not going to be a good look for them.
That double nade, didn't expect that at all. And now this forces Singularity to drop underpass to rush quickly as possible. But Luminosity knows, they know they're going up connector, head one, shooting them in the back, not connecting really that much. Lucas will take out the kill. OC taking out head one. Ooh, bolts. Dirty shooting over there in Con. Nekis will take out OC. Almost a flawless victory from Luminosity, but it looks like they had the, I guess, the strat insight on what Singularity was going to do.
It seemed like Singularity ran in so many positions. Like they were trying to run to position the entire round without ever being in a position to frag or get onto a site, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they were always being exposed
Yeah.
and unable to really fire back.
And that's actually one of the things you see on a lot of more inexperienced teams is that, you know, you're trying to get to a spot, you're trying to do the strat, and you end up running instead of trying to frag in that situation. And, you know, that's something you have to, I guess, overcome as a team and experience and stuff like that.
There's another frag coming in. For Hydrex with that Deagle. And Luminosity must be careful not to overstep. Still looking for information. This is very dangerous though. You know, there's just Eagles. It's just Eagles.
Just Eagles.
You know, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to do anything mad to get the edge against them. You know, getting them onto a bomb site and a plant should be nigh on impossible. Unless they hit some ridiculous shots. But you can make it hard for them so they do have to make ridiculous shots as opposed to pedestrian ones. As they'll make their way slowly but surely into that B-bomb site. And this could be difficult for Nekis. He's actually completely alone. He's so alone. They're going to get a bomb down, I think.
That's not a good spot if you're alone.
Yeah.
And now the bomb site is Singularity. Will they get the bomb down? No. Floppy goes for the kill. Now Shake Zero.
Bloody bomb. There we go. Wow.
Now they get a consolation prize of at least a bomb plant. And now they just want to make it more expensive. I mean, you want to win the round, but more guns, more deaths. That's what you want.
Down to Ryan. It's not going to happen here. No more damage. But 2 kills in a bomb plant. They made it very scary for Luminosity. It started out as these rounds often do. And I have to say, I really like that strat in Pugs because there are like in Pugs, obviously Pugs and professional CS are 2 different things, but in Pugs, you know that people want to take that window peek because they want to get that frag. They're on the CT side, you just want a pistol, I want to get that frag, I want a peek window. So I like telling people just face mid together because there will be a guy facing us, we'll get a duel.
It's hard for a window person to shoot multiple people top middle, especially if they all wide swing together and they're both like shooting at one point, which is you and window, because usually when they wide swing, the first 2 contact people are either connector and possibly window, and so when you're window, you're usually the first spot to be looked at, and so it can be very dangerous trying to fight these people top middle.
Oh, we're seeing some Furious style shenanigans here. 3 Kriegs. That's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out for Singularity. I think there's so much in the way of options or utility that, you know, things that the Krieg does better than the AK. Not everything, of course, but
Sniping people with the scope, that's one thing it does better than AK. But Shake Zilla gets chunked with 50 HP from a nade. Slowly. Singularity will be working up Cat. Oh, Steel. Wow, how did that take 30 damage? That was at his feet. But luckily for Steel, he doesn't take too much damage. Floppy getting the kill over at A ramp, but Hen 1 pushes right behind Lucas after that, so this gives Luminosity a lot of information. Hey, they're not going A, stack B. But Luminosity's not rotating, so I don't know.
And that you know, is that a lurk smoke? You know, what is that smoke? You know, it's difficult to know, but Nekis is once again alone on the B-bomb site, and with that flashbang into middle, that's going to perhaps occupy Steel for a slightly longer portion of time as Nekis is going to be discovered. Bullet straight to the face. One is all it takes from the Krieg. And I think this round's over. Luminosity is so out of position. They can't really offer anything here.
Yeah, I'm surprised they just didn't kind of almost
Didn't react.
gamble stack or react to Hen1 pushing pushing that ramp and saying, hey, if people take A, they're not going to send 4 or 5 people out A halls on a gun around. I mean, it's not a really great strat, but like I don't see any team actually doing it. So I don't know. It's just they still had 2A even though Hen1 was pushed up. So I don't know. That's an interesting play by Luminosity.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really great quality when you see teams that are able to constantly adapt to new information that's coming in. And some teams are so good at it, every time they push for information, they convert on that by making a positional adjustment. That's a really good call. And that's when you start to, that's like one of those many qualities that can really show a super top level team to anything else. And sometimes you get really complex gambles off of that from those top teams as well, and they can look really weird, but it's fun to watch. Either way, we'll see if Luminosity can get things going here, because they are going to be much in need of this round, and a set piece will be coming in. We haven't seen this yet from Singularity. Let's see how it goes.
1 for 1 kills each. Hen1 does get the second kill. Floppy exchanges on that. And now Luminosity's kind of smoked out. Bolts is by the jungle. Oh, what a nade from Bolts. That nade kill is going to be huge, making a 2-on-3 for Luminosity. Now post-plant situation. Oh, here comes the long con. Here we go. Is Hydrix. Can he make it in time? Or sorry, not Hydrix. Shakezilla.
Ooh, are they going to... He just started walking. This might be perfect.
Yep,
This is a big gun with just one player. They're on the defuse. They're on the defuse. Is there time to get to him? It's a default plant.
What?
I thought it was an inverse.
It should have been inverse for that flank, but oh my, that's a blunder. That's either miscomms or maybe nerves attacking right now. I'm not sure.
Oh, I think I know what happened here. I think the player that was... Actually, no.
But he was at A.
So they had the smokes up on jungle instead still, but they still go for the default plant as opposed to the inverse plant. So, like, I mean, it's okay if you're going for the default plant, I guess, in some senses, but it doesn't make sense to then have your guy flank like that. Yeah, maybe they weren't counting on losing the guy in Palace like they did.
Yeah.
Either way, look at this, 5 players in mid straight away. I like it.
Just getting a little scrappy, just try to overpower Luminosity, but the nades from Luminosity is on point. Shakezilla getting tore up from Hen1. He's going to fall back through connector, and it's literally 100 HP on all Luminosity. Does not look good for Singularity here. They're going to have to try to get 2 kills. Try to make this a little more even. Oh, but Luminosity, they're too good. Their flash 3 peaks is on point. Floppy, though, getting 2 kills in the process. Won't be enough, as Luminosity will take the 10th round, even it up 10-10.
That was a much better reaction from Luminosity too, because they got the information, they made the calls, and then everyone reinforces middles. They have 5 players there. That's way better of an adaptation, and I can see the timeout comes in from Singularity. They can absolutely go for a full buy here if they want to. Obviously, it's a bit sketchy because it would have to be a buy where 2 players have AKs and full nades and everyone else has pistols, and you can go for a set piece. But their loss bonus is accruing to the degree that there is an argument to do that if you have a round for it. If you have the round for it, then you can go for it. Like if you have a set piece that you're confident in.
I'm thinking you should buy, and even though you said not enough money for anything like that, but they're going to take the safe route. They're going to do pistol, some utility, some armor, and then buy next round. So, I mean, it's preference. Either way, if you lose a round, you're going to be saving. I don't know. I guess it's all preference at this point. If you want to buy, if you want to
with
the
the
safe side or whatever.
I think they get $3,400 next round, or was it 29? I forget actually.
I think they're in the
24. So we go to 29. So they would need to leave like 800 in the tank and then get a bomb down this round for a full buy next round. That's what they would need.
You see a lot of money and a lot of utility, or a lot of money still left over from Singularity. So, maybe in some cases you could see, hey, yeah, maybe you should have bought. Try to kind of dwindle away the economy and guns from Luminosity, because they haven't been being killed in the last couple rounds. So they got a little bit of bankroll packed up.
Issue now is that they only have a Molotov, no smokes, and they're up against an AWP. And the AWP is posted up on ticket. This is the counter to contact plays. If you don't have any utility, no flashbangs, no nothing, you go contact. The AWP, if it's put in the right position, will just kill you. So that's a huge problem. Unless they can get that Deagle peek pre-fire onto Henny, I don't think there's a world where they get it and they don't do it. Kenny picks up the frag. There goes the HEs, and there's just nothing doing in this round. It seems Floppy gets one, and he gets tagged up. But I see it's easy to clean up the rest.
Luminosity closing the round out. Now AWPs are coming from Singularity. They saved up. They have utility. What is their go-to strat? What is their bread and butter here? You're at a very important part of the match. You need to start winning rounds. What is your go-to strat in T-side Mirage? I think, ooh, that's tough, man. That's why I ban Mirage when I play. Because it's just so hard to figure out what to do.
I love Mirage.
Ooh, Hen1 makes the jump. He's able to get control of that catwalk fast. Dodging the flash. Shakezilla getting tore up a little bit on top middle. This is just a ruse right here as Lucas spots one of the Singularities up a ramp. The Molotovs are coming for Lucas. He gets taken out by Ryan. And now Luminosity knows this is going to be an A take. Where the smoke, Singularity? Got a couple. Oh, no, it's not an A take.
I like this. So they've actually left Floppy in Shadow, which is quite unusual. But I really like this because they have so much time. Now they already mess with Luminosity's rotations. Luminosity will expend more utility.
Cat and window smoke here.
Oh, so they're making it look like they're going for an A split. Are they going to go B though? Ooh, close! Almost a double there from Bastille stops it. And indeed, they're making it look like an A split, but they're going in for a B take. That's beautiful. Look how they've outpositioned their opponents. If they just run all the way, they've just nailed this. Henny, though, he's always dangerous. Let's see what he can find here. You've got to be really careful how you handle this. Don't give him anything for free.
No!
Oh, Bolts gets it. I think Henny actually legged him there somehow. And it's... Oh, dear. Okay, well... Oh, God. It's gone wrong. It's gone wrong.
And that's the unfortunate part about doing double fakes, using all utility for the fakes, is that once you face that opera like a Hen1, what do? You have to outshoot him, you have to exchange the kill immediately, or he's going to reposition and pick you apart, as he's done to Singularity here.
Oh,
3 kills for Hen1 win.
That's really sad actually, because I do feel like they outmaneuvered them, and they just couldn't get onto the bomb plant. They couldn't get onto the site safely. And they just, Henny, like there was spots there where they could have killed Henny or shot him down. And they played everything else out really well. Like they get a pick onto A, they threaten an A take, they put someone on a position you'd never expect there to be a lurker in Shadow. That's such a weird spot. And then they go and they smoke up middle and catwalk to make it look like they're going through mid to an A split. They get onto the B bomb site and they're 3 or 4 versus 1 or whatever it was. And they lose the round. That sucks. They played that well, I think.
Yeah, I agree. As IGL, you have to know, like, was it a bad strat? Was it a bad execute? You know, it's very important to know the differences. You know, bad call or bad execute, because right there was just a bad execute towards that B-bomb site. But the great call.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that was a cool thing about playing around like that as well. You get the pick there and you leave someone on A, because they have so much time. There's like 1 minute left that they can do anything too. There's so many options to go for. They could do a late re-execute into the A bomb site, for example. But enough about that, perhaps. So we have the late mid take coming in from Singularity, and I'm liking their T side so far. I think it shows some promise. Nice kill coming from Bolts though.
Floppy with a nice timing kill in the halls. Again, he peeks out halls once. Luminosity kind of takes that 1 second to stop or slow down middle. Very common kind of strat on this map where, I mean, it takes a lot of people to hold middle, to stop middle, to kind of push him back, and a lot of effort from the CT side. So this will leave like pockets of opportunity, timings to really take advantage of. Look at this, Singularity falling back towards this A bomb site. They do have Hydrix. Looks like he's underpass. Gonna wait for the backstab here. Now the smoke comes out in A. Steel knows it's probably an A. They're probably coming up. He's gonna try to play off angle. He gets a kill on Shakes, and Hen 1 taking out Ryan. And Singularity dropping like flies here, and boom. OC taking a nade to the face, and as the lack of kills makes Hydrix stay back, not doing anything. Kind of a lackluster round from Singularity.
Yep. And they should really buy around this Krieg. And again, they can do it with AK on floppy. It's just run a set piece, you know, just do something like that. I mean, the times in which they've gone in towards A, you know, the set piece would shut down the AWP pretty effectively because it's often been played very passively towards Ticket. And he's not ever really played deep.
Yeah.
Even triple, we've not even seen that really. And so the smokes would shut that down. Then all you have to worry about is anyone on the site and just go from there, and you can make plays from there. You know, you have the bomb ticking away. You can try to take jungle aggressively or, you know, CT aggressively. There's various options. So there we go. We're going to see something like that. Although floppy will keep... Okay, they're going to keep some money in the tank. And I actually like this because it does the same thing for less money, I would say. It depends on... I don't know where they're going to go with this, but...
Yeah, I like to play too. You know, you can still buy next round. You have plenty of utility, and pistols are very capable in this game, as well as the smokes and utility here. And look at this, Singularity going to try to explode, but push back Luminosity. Nice little stall. Using a couple Molotovs in the process, so this could work out for Singularity here. Smokes are flying steel. Oh, he has a Molotov still. Steel with 2 kills, almost getting the third here. Bolt's cleaning up on floppy. And what's looked like a possible good B take gets completely shut down. Oh. No line shined the light from Shake's Hill, but not enough. And it looks like Luminosity's running away with this. Everything that Singularity's doing may be a little too predictable or a little too, I guess, like Luminosity's just abusing the fact that Singularity's playing as a team. They're trying to flash and take sites together with nades, and again, you gotta be able to mix it up and maybe play a little more loose. Maybe try to go for an individual kill here or there. I don't know. It's not looking good for Singularity.
Yeah, they don't really seem to have any momentum or any ways to sort of break the momentum of Luminosity so far. We haven't seen these Kriegs really come into full effect. I like the Krieg on this peak. If you scope up before, of course, you can, you know, just try to pre-fire that Ticket guy. But because they've been AWPing, that's really risky to go for. And nice catch onto Lucas, just strafing to angle. Yikes, got to be careful of that. The AWP will make its way around and get a leg shot. But they've got the 5 versus 4, and they've got middle control. So here they can do anything they want. They can just wait a little bit, see if they can bait out a play from Luminosity and punish it. Necklace over the top of the barrels there. The crates. It's going to do a good job. Bomb down. 3v3. That nade's going to do damage. Oof.
Oh!
Bounce on the stairs.
Nades are flying everywhere right here. Steel taking out Ryan. Bomb gets down again. Default plant, but this time you have floppy and spawn. You can actually see the bomb. Both low in HP, low utility, or absolutely no utility on Singularity. So Luminosity has a lot to work with. They have smokes, they have Molotovs, they have a flash. Floppy's going to have to take advantage here, and he almost gets bolt, but not quite. Mac 10 against rifles is usually never a good sign. Oh. Almost getting 2 kills right there. And I kind of like what Floppy did at the start of the round. He got the kill, but I mean, I know I'm kind of nitpicking at this point, but he had 2 flashes in the Molotov still, and he didn't see anyone else in A. In my opinion, I would have maybe tried to flash spawn, maybe flash jungle a little bit. You know, you could save your Molotov, you can use it, but at that point, they know your ramp, they know someone is in the A-bomb site. He almost gets killed, but he doesn't. But like my point being is to slow it down, because Hen 1, after he took the shot, he saw 0 people in A anymore, because he wasn't flashed back, he wasn't Molotov back. It kind of like Singularity or Floppy let him reposition into A to see everything. So my point being is throw a flash, maybe throw a Molotov, give the illusion that, hey, Luminosity doesn't know exactly how many there because they can't peek.
And he might not be able to peek anything here. The smokes will be covering everything. Lucas on triple. Is he going to be dealt with? Yes, that's an important frag to make quickly, but Henny over the top of the smoke there, and Stairs will deal some damage. That's an absolute slugfest here on the A sites, and the bomb will go down once again on defaults. And finally, Singularity have an advantage, but how long will it last? It needs to be lasting here, because Luminosity on the cusp of victory. Still some nades here for the likes of Luminosity.
Oh, there you go.
HGs have really been hitting their marks. OC will be really careful here. Ooh, that's so close. Can the second one be made by Floppy? The follow-up, he is able to dodge away in time, play the time here. No kit on Henny. He's not got this. That's going to be that. 11 rounds for Singularity. They have a chance back in this one, but look at Floppy go. He's on 31 kills. He's really been performing well for Singularity.
He's been having a lot of entry kills and success towards the A bomb, so every time it seems like he goes to A, he always gets 1 or 2 kills every single time. Luminosity doesn't have an answer. They don't have an answer to Floppy in this A bomb site. But, I mean, I guess they don't technically need it if they're winning all the rounds.
So you're a Floppy fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a Floppy fan. Like his Twitter account. He likes to post memes.
Oh, he's dead now.
He's a young kid, been playing for a long time. I appreciate that.
He's dead now. He's lost his AK. It couldn't look worse for Singularity. Facing up against Game Point. It gets worse.
See Singularity trying to creep up in Khan by being a 5-on-3. Nekus is able to just kind of be peek freely here in Khan without too much worry. Oh my goodness.
He's an ace, man.
Yeah, Luminosity's HEs have been on point this entire game.
So many nade kills. Oh, I like that, trying to make noise down below the window. Not going to do too much though. 16 to 11. It will be success for Luminosity. It was a shaky start, but on the CT side, they stabilized after winning the pistol pretty quickly, and there was no looking back after that point.
Yeah, you saw some good plays by both teams. Singularity was holding it down for, you know, the most part at the start of the match. Then Luminosity kind of turned it up a notch. It kind of, I guess it felt comfortable. Maybe they felt more warmed up or something, but it just showed like a whole different team. Luminosity's HEs and utility was on point the entire match. So many nade kills and a lot of patience and good retakes from both teams. So it's kind of refreshing seeing that some of the retakes that you see on Mirage, and both teams are able to do it in this match.
Yeah, indeed. I think there are, some promise here for Singularity. You can see such a performance here from Floppy. Shake Solo with the pistols was also quite a problem from time to time for Luminosity to deal with, but Luminosity appeared to be the more well-rounded team here on this game of Mirage. So it's going to be interesting to see how this series progresses. I still feel like there is a chance here for Luminosity to concede maps against Singularity. Singularity do look dangerous from time to time. And we'll now be checking out the statistics. You can see that Floppy right at the top, 117 ADR, 31 for 19, 3,272 damage. Great performance considering the amount of rounds that were played. What's the phrase? Shoulders, heads and shoulders. There we go. Heads and shoulders above everybody else. And that's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. And even though they did lose, they could take some rounds away from this. Show that they can hang with teams. They just have to just a little bit more, make a little less mistakes, and you guys perform better.
All right, well, guys, it's time for a break. We'll be back with the next map in this series. See you shortly.